Well, welcome back to another episode of The Road to 2200. I'm 1828. I'm 1849. My opponent is 1828. And here we go. Playing the Caro-Kann. This is a little bit unusual way to get into it, but if they play there, it's default. And then that's also normal as well. I think what I've been doing is going here. Yeah. Go here. And then if they go here, take. And then the queen is kind of misplaced. Okay, so this is the normal move order, and then it's usually go here, I believe. But let me think about it for a moment before I just rush into that. What if I were to go there? I feel like then they go here, and I don't know, they're like here, and they're on this, and why am I bringing that knight in for no reason? I think we'll just play e6 and say that has to be a good move. Let's see. This is probably the variation I know the least, and I'm just kind of playing good moves, Caro-Kann thematic moves, rather than really just like, 10 moves of theory or something. I'm pretty much out of book now. In fact, this move even was out of book. I think it is book, but it wasn't like, I 100% know that's the best move. I'm just pretty darn sure it must be. I know that what I end up usually doing is taking here at some point. I don't remember when. This one is a little hard for me because I don't see it as much, but it also does pretty well against me. And so every time I play against it, I spend some time studying it, and then I never remember it because I don't see it often enough. It's kind of this vicious cycle that I haven't invested enough time to really like space repetition learn it. I don't quite know why we're taking so long here. Perhaps it's because I've made such a weird move that my opponent's like, this has to be wrong. There must be an error. Or perhaps my opponent's doorbell rang and they are going to check on it. One of the interesting things of online chess. You never know what your opponent's up to. Okay. So that feels like a pretty straightforward move. I imagine we might see this next, which makes me think that maybe I should take here. I just don't love the idea of bringing their knight in. But if I go here first to cover this square, then they could just push. And then the question is that what I want to have happen? And I don't think so. I'm feeling pretty compelled to take here. So the reason why this is decent is because if they take here, I actually take back. And if they take and they take here with a queen, then I go here. So this actually looks like a pretty good move. I was missing this weakness. I knew that move looked a little unusual. Not necessarily bad, but we'll go here and develop our piece, hitting the queen. That has to be good, right? And then we'll develop the rest of the pieces. Probably going here. Maybe going here. Let's see, and maybe going here. I'm not entirely sure where I want this bishop. So with that being said, it might make sense to go here first. So I'm not really sure how this works with this pawn. Quite possibly I'm just pushing here, trading these pawns. That's a pretty standard move in this setup. Another interesting move is to go here. And this trade seems fine for me. I now have 2 center pawns. But wow, my opponent is taking so much time on these opening moves. It's kind of baffling. Like, your queen is hit. Are there really that many choices that you're going that deeply? I don't know. It just seems like an unwise use of time. Okay, so we do have some interesting ideas of like this. It is backed up, so we would want to do it with a rook here. The old showdown, if you're a fan of my chessable course. I think I'm probably going to go here. This feels like the safest move. It's certainly not maximalist, but there's a very good chance they were going to go there. This kind of addresses that. Then a castle. Queen's free to move anywhere I want. Perhaps even queen here would be good to control this square. And maybe I should have done that first. Thinking about it now, I think probably that would have been a strong move. Okay, so that option is still available to me, right? I could go here. If I do, When they go here, they could go there, which would be annoying. Almost certainly they're castling next. Also, I think I just want a castle. I kind of think maybe I want to go here and here. Maybe here first, then here, then here. I think if they castle, I probably am just going to go here. Okay, so they went there. Interesting. Interesting questions of like, do I go here? And then this is hanging. They could go here first. Here. Takes. Here. And I've got a Carlsbad set up. I don't know that I want to trade all the pieces right now. I think at a minimum this is a good idea. It gives me an escape square. If they move back here, then we're basically in the same spot. If they take, I think I'm pretty happy with that, to have a second piece on that pawn. So I don't think they're going to take. Yeah, that seemed like a very reasonable idea. I guess the problem is I can't go here now. But what I can do is go here and offer that trade, which I think I'm happy with. If they want to trade there, and then I go there, and then I go here and here. This is kind of better, because one of the problems with going here and here first was that after pushes, this is being blocked. So it would have been like takes, 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 takes. Wow. That is a very surprising move. Okay, that's interesting. It's basically saying I am very happy to castle long. That is what that is saying. And I don't think I want to give them just a free, although their pawns are just a wreck, so we should really think about this. If I take and they take back, they have those pawn, that pawn structure is very bad. So the question is, if they can mate me, then it's bad for me. But if they can't mate me, then yeah, this seems like an issue for them. I'm gonna do it. I don't think I can live in a world where I don't take there. Okay, so I could go here and lose my queen immediately. It seems like a bad idea. Definitely considering what do I want to do with this knight. This could be very strong if they castle queen side. I'm hitting a lot of different things. I also kind of like this idea. If they take here, then I have some open files on that king, which seems promising. I guess the question is, if I go here and then do they have somewhere good to move this queen to where suddenly the bishop's hitting me? I don't think so. And this is pretty annoying. Yeah, and if they castle right away, if they castle now, I think this is a disaster. So I'm hitting here and hitting there. Perhaps they could go here and back that up. Oh, this is being guarded anyway. I don't know what I'm talking about there. Here, here, here. Kind of like this. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go here. And I'm going here. Probably that's coming, which maybe is not great for me. But then I think I can go here. Oh, wow. Okay. It's coming over there. Okay. Maybe like here, here, bring the knight there is pretty strong. What about this move? If the knight goes here... I'm gonna go here. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. It may not be. Just might not be a good idea to pull everything away from my king like this. However, I could do something like this and come back. But I think just this feels fine. Okay, I wasn't thinking about that. What about this now? If takes... Oh, queen takes, actually. Now the queen looks kind of misplaced. But, like, this knight looks pretty stuck there. I'm thinking about here. I don't really know exactly what that gets me, other than cutting my queen off. Really torn here. Okay, I'm seeing an interesting idea of going here. Threatening that. But probably they go there. And that seems strong. I do have this intriguing move. But I think they go like there. And that doesn't work. I think I might just go... Yeah. Go there, takes... Maybe I just go here. Ugh. I don't know what to do. Who would have thought them just simply moving the king over would be so hard to deal with? I'm going to go here. And the idea is this is their main defender. If I can get rid of him, he can come in behind. If I take, now their pawns are even more of a disaster. We will clearly be going to an endgame at that point without queens on the board. I think this is a reasonable approach. We'll see if it's the best approach. That's unclear. Okay, he is taking there. What do I take here? I was planning to do this. I guess if they do that, I'm going there. I mean, the knight being over there doesn't do anything about that. So yeah, I think I'm going to... Well, if I take here, though, then maybe I can come this way more easily. And if I take here... I could come back, but I don't know where. I guess there doesn't really fix my problems. Also I have this. If I take this way. I'm going to take this way. So it's a little scary completely cutting my queen off. Almost assuredly one of these rooks is going here. And I think I can go here. Then they can go here. I go here. I don't know. This might fall apart really fast. I didn't calculate this very carefully is the problem. I went more on gut of I don't buy it, but I don't buy it does not always work. This seems like just an obvious move. And that's where not... Nope, never mind. I was going to say not having this would stop, but I still can't go there because the bishop. But I think it's like here, here, here. Okay, going there first. Yeah, that's probably even better. I think I like this, though. And then if takes, I think that's fine for me. It's one less attacker that they have. And now this doesn't come with quite as much gusto as it did before. I guess maybe they have this, but... Okay, we're taking here. And now we're just gonna, rook lift and try to harass them that way. Probably here maybe even? Because it's gonna be a while before they... Well, maybe not. Maybe they can just go like that. Okay. I'm pretty tempted to go here, I think. I like here because I can attack this pawn. But here attacks this pawn and defends everything. Okay. let's see. If I go here, I'm still defending against that threat, which is good. So I'm going to go here and force them to do something. Probably that. And I think that's fine, because I could even go like that immediately if I want. I can certainly start moving this over, threaten that. I guess they could go here. Okay, again, I don't think that's so problematic. Oh, okay. Maybe the issue is if I take here, then they push, and then I am in big trouble. Maybe even they could go here and then push. What if I just go here, though? Doesn't that just lock it all down? I think it does. Now a sacrifice will be required to get through, because this is met by this. So now it's like, obviously they're not doing that. So my guess is they'll move the queen so that then they can sack here. And this is kind of a tough one because it looks like I'm probably going to have to give up a pawn, which is annoying. I'm going to go down a pawn in an endgame with no queens on the board, perhaps. I don't really like that. But I guess if here, I could go here if my rook is behind and I don't give up a pawn. Can they sack here? Takes. I don't think so. I'm going to go here. Put another one on that. If they go here, then that's fine. This isn't being threatened. Oh, I didn't see this. If they go here and I go here. Okay, that's also a good idea. Do I just go... No, that does not work. This falls. Okay, I'm not going to be able to hold on to everything. That's pretty clear now. I'm thinking... Ugh, I don't know. Maybe this would have been better, hitting that. Their pawns are such a mess, I feel like I should be able to figure out a way to get this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do the rook lift. After this, I think I'm going to go here. Ah, okay. That I was not expecting. Yeah, that's interesting. What do I do? Here or here? I guess then here? I really would like to go here to put some pressure on there. Also, what I really am looking for them to do is just start pushing these pawns up to try to chase away the things around the king, and then that king is so loose that hopefully I can put enough pressure on to get the win. That's the plan. But giving up this pawn is definitely annoying. It's a weird thing because it's like, yes, I lose one pawn, but they basically have 3 hanging pawns. Those pawns are going to be so hard to defend. And if I can get them to push these pawns, then I'm really in business. If I go here, there, check, comes out here. Okay, so if I go here, is there a way to do something very interesting? Yeah, they could pressure my queen there, but I would still go there. I could go here. I could come back there to defend. So I'm going to go here. And I think they either have to trade these 2 pawns, or I'm going to get a chance to come back and defend this pawn. And that'll equate to them either pushing that. Yeah, so I think I'm pretty happy to see them push that. Because now I can go here, and then they got to go there. And then I can go there. So yeah, so we're going to go here. Both defending the pawn. Oh, wait. Does this lead to this cool move? Here, 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 here. No, we would take. So we can go here. Okay. Not planning to sacrifice. Oh, actually, I didn't even realize that. I could just take here now. So they're in kind of some trouble. I think maybe this is the best move. Stops a lot of what I'm trying to do. This rook will be loose, which is interesting. I don't know if I can do anything about that. This is kind of interesting. I didn't think about that. Maybe I would go here. That's a very interesting play. Okay. That was very unexpected. What? That works? So, if I take, I am up a whole rook. Goes here, check. Goes here. Okay, I gotta get rid of the arrows. I have too hard of a time calculating with arrows. Alright, so takes. No immediate queen check. Unless I go backwards. The rook comes over. King into the corner. Queen. I guess queen to e5. Oh, and it's with check. And then I move up, and that's mate. So maybe I can't do that. But what I can do is go here, threatening my own mate. So let's see how they handle that. And I even can take this pawn as well. So I'm not even dropping a pawn in the sequence. And this rook will be hanging if, let's say, they have to come guard. So like if they go here, then boom, the rook hangs and I win. If they go here, I think the same holds true. Maybe not. I take, check here. That might actually be mate. I think it is. But things I think are harder. I also have ideas like this. I don't think I want to do that. I'm not super comfortable going 2 rooks against a queen generally, and my rooks are very discombobulated. And that's when the queen really thrives against the 2 rooks. And with my opponent having all these wonky pawns, either having the queens still on the board and being able to target them all on the regular, or having it be rooks on rooks, I feel like will be better. The queen can just cover so many things at once. I feel like it'll be hard. Okay, so that loses, right? That loses to takes. There isn't. No, there is a check here. I go here. No, I go here. Okay, wait. So takes. Wait, where do they check? Oh, they can only check back here. So then if I go here, there's not another check that I see. I think this wins. I think they had to have this rook be able to come over. Maybe I'm missing something. Oh, that's very clever. Send the rook in that way. But what I could do is take here. No, that's not going to work. I'd love to be able to go here and force the queen off the board. So maybe now I lose. I didn't see that clever idea. But what if I go here, and then I can just come this way, and I think I get away. Yeah, I think now I have the option to get away. Okay, let's do it. I think this works. I'm kind of low on time, so I didn't calculate it as well as I would have liked to, but I'm going this direction, and there's no immediate mate. Like if he goes here, oh, I guess here I would lose the rook, but I have this move here, this check, which is going to be really annoying. In fact, no, it's not quite mate. Rook still covering that pawn is annoying. I also have this idea. I don't think that leads anywhere too special at the moment, but I got a lot of stuff cooking. All right, so I can at least go here. Oh, that's right. This is being backed up. So if I go here, here, check, comes back. What do I do? Feels like I'm so close to checkmate, and I just can't quite find it. Okay. It's a way to double attack that guy. It's like here, here. I can't get back to that, but what about here, here, here? Comes back, then there. That would do it. So it's here, here, here. If he drops back, I've got that check for the win. If I go here, 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 and he goes there, this is going to win. Okay, so I think this works. I think at the end of this line, we pick up this rook, and then we easily win. Oh, we don't easily win, because we're trading it for our rook. Son of a... Oh, I forgot about that. That's frustrating. But then there's like a mate at the end. If he takes the rook. Okay, so it goes there. Go here. I have a feeling they're going to go here. But I don't think they're. Okay, so it does go there. We go here. Here. Takes. Check. Here. Takes. Mate. Okay. I'm not sure we're going to get the mate immediately, but we're picking up a rook at least temporarily. Okay. And I believe if they go here to win the rook, we win the game. So we go here. There are no more checks. If he takes the rook, we take the game. So think in good shape. Maybe it goes there. But if so, I'm probably just going here. Actually, no. We could just go here. Okay, that's game. All right. That was pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with my calculation. I'm a little unhappy that I sort of didn't go as deep as I would like to a couple times, but let's take a look. All right. So it's this 2 knights thing. This is the Mindeno variation. And this is all book, and this is book. And okay, so this is a move. It's not the number 1 move, but it's certainly a fine move. Apparently the number 1 move here is this, which looks weird to me. I want to see if the engine agrees. The engine also says that's the number 1 move, barely. But this is the reason I didn't like it. I thought, oh, we gotta go back. I thought I go here, they go here, I go here. I don't know. This doesn't look good at all to me. This is like develop pieces on the king and come get me. I don't have defenders. This makes me very uncomfortable. And let's see. The engine says it's fine. We just press C5. They can't play C3, so that's nice. I haven't castled, so it's not like they can come mate me. Interesting. Okay. I played another fine move. And to me, this is just makes so much sense, right? We're getting free moves to develop our pieces. Like, how could this possibly be wrong? Okay. And then this is no longer in the database. But, yeah, it's a fine move, of course. So we end up here. Yeah, okay. So this looked weird to me, right? And it feels like this feels like a very polarizing moment, right? They are saying, I'm going to mate you on the king side, or I probably lose. My pawns are a disaster. Okay, thankfully this is one of the top engine moves. But I also made it for a crazy reason that I was thinking I could go here, forgetting momentarily that was covered. But I went there anyway. I went the other way. And now I'm just trying to provoke weaknesses. Interesting that this is considered a very bad move because of this move. And I looked at this a bit, but I thought this was a good answer. Kind of forgetting. We could just take, but not. I don't know about forgetting. This still looks pretty decent to me. I now have 0 attackers. They have free reign on my king. The only move that keeps the advantage really is this, which doesn't look... Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, that wins the pawn, doesn't it? Okay, I would have had to see all the way back here that this attacking this, and then even if they go here, I go here, they go here, and then I get the second attacker there. I don't know. It's reasonable to say I probably should have seen that. But I did not. I decided to trade off their only defender and then just start pressuring them. Okay, I want to make sure this is a good idea. Ooh, G6 is not a good idea because of H4. And then here... Oh, yeah. And then here, maybe now we're getting to points where sacks are coming because they can chase him away. Okay, so that actually doesn't work that great. What I should have done here is take with the queen so that I can still come to the defense of the king. And I thought about that, and I thought no, because I'm going to go here, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to get my own attack. I went here, and thankfully my opponent went there, which seems very reasonable. I can see why they would have done it. Another attacker here. And this, apparently, the engine says is also not a great move. But if they take, it becomes a good move, which is weird because it looks like, boom, we lose a pawn after this. Okay, so yeah, so the engine does not like H5 here. It says just like go here and hit this pawn a second time. Okay, which we did eventually, right? I went here, here, hit the pawn a second time, but they could just back it up, and now the engine's like white's up one. Like white has a pretty good position here. They're about to win a pawn, and I knew that, but I didn't find a way to fix it. And this is instantly game over. We lose. So how do we lose here? Why is this game over? We are threatening this. This does not look great. Loses this pawn. This loses a rook. This I looked at, but I just go here. That seems fine. I do not see why this is so bad. Ah. Just a straight up attack. Rook takes check. Takes. And now probably here. And that's mate. Okay. So I was quite aware of their attack, but I thought in getting rid of the bishop I had sort of thwarted it. But in fact I had not thwarted it at all. And again, it's still here. It's just gonna linger here for the rest of the game. And instead they went that way, and that way is just an immediate loss. For the very reason of what I did in the game. But it's an only move. This is the only move. No other moves win. But now the game is over. We can just take the rook, which I did. That looked like a very clever move, but we saw that I have ways to refute it, and that this is a very good move. For the calculation, for the exact calculation I found. So this is very much a tale of highs and lows. Like, I feel very good about that final calculation. I'm quite happy that I saw that I couldn't take the rook. It was a poison rook. I'm very happy that I found a cool solution to the problem, which allowed me to win on the spot. I had some real highs in this game, but this is a real low, right? That once I went here, nope, not yet. Here. There's an actual mate here, and I missed it. Now, my opponent missed it as well, and, you know, that's great for me, but it really takes the luster off the game, right? When you're like, oh, yeah, there was a mating attack that I totally missed. And then, I don't know, it was a weird game where somehow I fell behind and lost this pawn in quite a strange fashion. Oh, I guess it was this move. I guess I should have recognized that this pawn is going to be lost, right? There's not going to be a way to hold on to that pawn. I thought it would be fine, but probably I could have done other things here. Like, one move maybe is this, which I was considering, which loses on the spot to this. Okay. The computer says I could go here, and then this kind of stuff does not work as well. Because they've sacked a pawn. I can come back here. This square is not a mating square. If they go here, I can go here, and they've not sacked a pawn, they've sacked a piece. So they're way behind. Okay, so my takeaways here are I probably need to spend a little bit more time on this Mendeno variation. Every time I hit it, I'm a little bit unclear. And I think part of the reasons why, like, this game is an example. I didn't lose out of the opening. I just didn't feel as comfortable as I do with some variations. And so then I'm like, I'll be fine. I don't really need to learn it more than I already know. And really, I probably do. I think another big takeaway is this. This is a very speculative move by my opponent. And they don't really have that much for a really dramatically bad setup. I mean, it looks cool. They get to double here, but like, it's very unlikely that is just going to be a mate in itself. And then, you got to see your opponent's threats. I'm really kind of disgusted that I missed their mating attack, but I'm also really happy with some tactics I did at the end, so mixed bag there. So, another win in the books. This road to 2200. I don't know. Is it happening? Feels like it's happening. So, I'll see you next time, everybody. Goodbye.